And then the duel of wits is when we actually sit down and discuss it.
Yeah.
Without being total pricks to each other.
Well, there's no guarantee of not being a total prick during the duel of wits.
True.
Because this guy totally will be.
Well, I mean, he's a bureaucrat. That's his job.
Right. But like I said, my point is I'm not going to go there unless you want to go there. And I do have.
No, I'm down. I mean, I'm always down to Duel of Wits.
Okay. Sounds good. So let's do statements of purpose here.
I have a sheet. Do I need to do it on the fancy thing?
No, you don't need to.
Hey, look at that little
look at that big old penis right there.
Have you heard of the tragedy of the dark?
Looks like Guy Fieri.
Just the wise. Yeah, it does.
Let me just.
Oh, it's time.
Yeah.
Oh.
I know. I'm a jerk.
Oh.
Why would you do that to Guy Fieri?
Why would I not do that to Guy Fieri?
I love when you find people that use Photoshop to undouche Guy Fieri.
You gave him a nice haircut and
basically, yeah. Just Google undouched Guy Fieri, probably.
Woo! We'll do this.
I interrupted everybody. Now everybody's got to check it out.
I'm an adult. I have this.
Oh my God! He looks so normal.
All right, I'm gonna have to look this up.
Anyway, what's happening here?
Sorry, I'm setting this up so that we can do.
Oh my God!
And then there's the picture of Ted Cruz for some reason.
He looks like. He looks like a suburban dad.
All right. So what's your statement of purpose here?
Tell me yours first.
Okay. So Kalis's statement of purpose. This is what he wants. It's there is a process for how things are done. I am not going to take over your seat, and he gestures to the sorceress at his side, and says, "She will be administrating this province until such
the Red
time."
Witch? Okay.
Yeah.
My statement of purpose is that if Kalen wants to succeed, and not have this be a colossal failure against him back in his fancy pants politician land, then he needs to leave me in charge until he comes up with a suitable replacement.
Burn. You don't even know her. Burn.
Burn's the wrong thing to say around a sorceress.
Or is it the right thing? Let's ask Nicole.
Do you want me to put that there? Are you going to put that there?
I'm putting it there.
I'm too zoomed out. The zoom is too extreme in this. I can't work it.
If you hold down Alt and scroll, you can scroll in and out.
The zoom is too extreme.
It is. It's either very close or very tiny.
There we go.
I don't computer, Dustin.
You don't computer.
I'm a Luddite.
Cool. So I think at this point it is coming up with our sorry, I almost said disposition because I totally blanked on
Statement of purpose?
yeah.
Hang on. I need to redo my statement of purpose. He will tell me where the Valen Hulling Clinic is.
Yeah, right. Body of argument.
Is there
That
any
was
helping
it.
in Duel of Wits?
I go to ground. I go to ground, Sean.
Go to ground. Yeah. So when you help in Duel of Wits, it's you can if you're in the scene, you're in the scene. You can offer helping dice to whoever is speaking, like so to either side. So you can but you do it like for each volley, right?
Okay, whether or not it's appropriate.
Right. But you do have to like if you're
Make my point and whatnot. Yeah, I
Yes.
gotcha.
Yep. Body of argument skills: coarse persuasion, interrogation, oratory, persuasion, poisonous platitudes, rhetoric, or stentorious debate.
You went too fast.
Sorry. Coarse persuasion, interrogation, oratory, persuasion, poisonous platitudes, rhetoric,
Yeah.
or stentorious debate.
I'm using persuasion.
Oh my God, you're dueling of wits. Duel of witsing. Dueling of
You got it, buddy. I believe in you.
how? I feel like I'm having a stroke. How do I say that?
Duel
I
of
feel like
Witsing.
you're having a stroke too.
I think Duel of Witsing.
You're
fits
wit
here.
dueling against a bureaucrat. You're screwed.
I'm a bureaucrat, baby. I got this. So it's successes on your skill plus will.
Yes.
Look at me knowing my burning will shit.
I
Yeah,
hope so. You're married to Shaun.
that doesn't really mean much of anything.
Kristen's, yeah, it doesn't. No, Kristen's been playing this game for just as long as I have. Like, I only know certain things better because I sit on this side of the screen all the time.
And we don't, well, and you bother reading the books, which is something I love. I've read this one, I just hate it.
It is.
I can't remember most of the movies we watched a day ago, let alone gaming books. We don't fork into this, right? Like
No.
it's our skill and
Yeah.
will, and it's our full will, right?
Yeah. So it's successes plus your will exponent is what your body of
Yeah.
argument winds up being.
Two? No.
What?
What? I rolled 6 dice.
There's a 6 in there if you want to fake that.
You can.
I am. I'm gonna fake that. That's bullshit. And I only
My
have 18
goodness.
fate. I am aghast. Alright. Oh. is that-
Oh.
I clicked it and I didn't know what was happening.
That's-
God
that's
damn
fine.
it. I'm really upset. I'm really upset.
So with your what's your will?
8. Well, it's 6. I have a body of argument of 8.
Oh, okay.
I'm really mad right now.
I don't know how you rolled that low.
I'm so upset.
Oh.
I miss real dice. I hate this computer shit. I don't want to play anymore.
I only got
We
2
go
successes
home.
too. With his well, he's got a 7. So you're a little.
Yeah, but he. Oh, well, you didn't roll that high either.
No,
See?
he's got one more than me.
No, you have one more than him.
Oh. I thought he had a. I thought
only
you
a
meant he had a
persuasion of-
7 will. I was like,
No.
holy shit.
No.
That's impressive.
All right. So you've got a physical scripting sheet there. So
Yep.
everybody.
Do we count that test? Do we count the body of argument test?
No, body of argument
I
test
think
doesn't
so.
count.
'Cause it's not
Do
really
you have
against
any?
it.
Do you have any traits that apply towards School of Wits?
That's a good question.
You should check that before we get going.
I have one that goes towards oratory. I know that.
Because I know my stubborn does, and so
Yeah, I have a colon for obfuscate, insight, and etiquette. Charismatic's a colon for oratory. And then everything applies to like being incited, I think. Like cool-headed and thick skin.
Okay.
Modify like attempts, I think, to let me look it up really quick, but it was all written down on my burner. But since everything's on the fucking computer because you hate me, I don't have it. No, I'm not cold-blooded. That is not a thing.
That is Matt's character.
Oh, it must be a human trait. Balls, balls, balls.
Balls of steel.
Bowls of steel. Okay.
I understood that reference.
I'm scripted, by the way.
That's a pretty low key reference too.
A Loki reference?
A Loki reference.
Missed that one.
I don't know. Like, the problem isn't that it's not in here. It's just that I don't know how to spell, I think. Where is it?
What trait are you looking at?
Oh, there it is. It was just on the next page. I don't know how to spell.
That's my finger! Ow.
Hesitation by surprise and fear go down by 1 with cool-headed. And then I think thick skin is the one about insights. Let me see.
What am I, like, +1 ob on
Unaffected by insults, nuddling, and negging. Insight actions in the Duel of Wits are +2 ob against me.
Dang.
Yeah, because I'm a fucking mom.
Jesus.
All right, I'm scripted, so
I'm working on it.
sorry. I didn't.
Calm your tits, son. Hang on. Ooh, cast spell. I cast the fear. The mom fear.
Hey.
That's
How you doing over there, Matt?
too risky.
I'm wondering how bad of a corner I backed myself into.
Pretty bad, but I'm gonna
You've
need
only
you to
got
kill
one
this guy
witness
too.
yet to kill.
So.
It's not that bad yet.
I will
have-
gladly kill. I will gladly kill all these Imperials if you pardon me and never let anyone find out about it.
I
ever.
have a plan involving strategic marriage and a lot of murder, so it's gonna be fine.
Strategery.
Okay, I'm scripted.
All right, volley 1. What have you
What
got?
do you have?
I have a rebuttal.
I have obfuscate.
Oh,
I don't know what those do to each other.
They obfuscate tests against everything.
I should probably follow along in the book.
all right. So,
Oh, never mind. I turned right to
I'm
it.
guessing it would be versus your point dice.
let's see. Obfuscate. Yeah, it's a verbal block. That's actually.
Obfuscate is a versus test against rebuttal. Is that when I'm reading this right correctly?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, but rebuttal splits into 2 dice pools. You have your
Yep.
rebuttal and your point dice.
Right.
So I'm
Attack and
guessing it
defense,
goes against the
basically.
point.
Yeah. So. So he like he waits for you to speak for a minute, and when like when you don't come right out and say anything, like he just kind of is like, okay, listen, this is how things are done. I understand that it's upsetting to you, but this is nothing personal. The law is the law. I'm sure you understand this, yes?
I am law.
I blink at him for a while,
Okay.
and then I turn to the entourage, and I'm like, have you all helped yourself to some food and drinks? You might want to grab a glass of wine. This could take a bit. I would hate for you to be uncomfortable in my home.
Nice. So very nice. I have to split my dice pool before you roll.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you lose this roll, you lose your action.
Basically, yeah. Like if she blocks everything.
And he gets if I get over his roll, then he gets an obstacle on his next one.
Right.
Because
Was
it was
there
so
any
just
point-
like, what the fuck just
Yeah.
happened?
Just what are this is not what we're because
So she's purely rolling defense on this?
right. But
Is there any point in splitting your pool?
I have
He has to.
I have to.
Oh, so you have to put at least one in defense.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, I'm rolling because I'm going to do that. Like it would be silly not to do that at this point.
I just wanted to make sure I was understanding.
So he's rolling persuasion with a rule of law fork. At effectively -1 die, because you obfuscated, and I don't have anything to block. Which basically pulls my obfuscate or my rule of law fork away. There's technically no ob here.
Fucking Christ, sir.
God damn.
How? Why do you suck? Just why?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, at least you didn't do this to yourself, unlike other members of the party. So,
All right. I'm gonna be using oratory
Okay.
as my obfuscate skill. I'm going to be forking in an etiquette and at least one persona.
All right.
Throw all the persona in there. He rolled 5.
I did. I fucking
Right.
rolled a shit ton of.
What a dick! Unless you want to help and add anything
Yeah.
at all about how
I
lovely
can't
the
think of
monsters
anything
are.
that my character would even say in that instance because, like, no one said anything. I'm there super uncomfortable to begin with. He started talking and then you interrupted
Do you
him.
have
You're like,
any etiquette at all?
no?
Because it would be great if you had you turned around and was like, "Oh, Aldwin, do you want to go grab yourself something to eat?"
Okay.
I know you spent a lot of energy out running around. Might as
Yeah,
well.
I have no etiquette. Sure. Okay.
You know,
I'll grab some food.
that's the last of that wine that we have, so you might as well get at least a little bit before it's gone.
He's just like tapping his fingers on the table.
Sure. I'll grab it or whatever. I'm trying to think what skills I have that I could make any use of, but I don't know if I can.
Probably not,
I
then.
have
You could, yeah.
very little social skills.
Unless you have an oratory and you can be like, "Oh, you guys should try that meat there. It is fabulous."
I could just be in the corner and be like, oh my god, this is so good.
Wow.
I think, do you have oratory, guard
I
captain?
do have oratory. I do, at a B3. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna start digging into the food and I've been sitting uncomfortably watching this for so long and I'm hungry and you're like, oh, go grab some food. I'm like, oh, fuck yes. And I'm eating it.
Thank
And I'm
God.
I'm like, oh, this is so good. Because I have no etiquette. I have no idea that I shouldn't be saying this. Oh, it's delicious.
Have you tried this? You guys.
Yeah,
really
here,
should.
like, let me make you a plate. I'll say it to him. I mean, like, let me make you a
Oh,
plate. Let me
God.
make you a plate.
All right,
So
my
that's your-
obstacle's 5.
your
That's my helping die.
Five.
My oratory helping die.
Jesus Christ.
Now-
Oh,
Holy shit.
and I beat you, so you're
Missed
the
the roll.
plus one off.
Jesus criminy! Hey,
Yeah.
there's some
Can you-
sixes in there too.
Can you
Right?
up the ob by fading those 6s?
No, because all I had to do was beat the obstacle to get like the maximum benefit.
Yep. You just have to beat it by 1. And then I'm at.
Yeah.
You can't
And
beat
even
it by
the-
more to make it work.
Even the failure you rolled was a 3, just barely failing.
Luckily, Matt got all those failures out of the way for us.
Right?
You're welcome.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
So you guys are sitting there eating. Well, he's just like, what? No, I can't. What do you?
And Yessie just turns back to him. I know. What do you have next?
Volley 2. I have a point.
I have a point too.
Oh, versus point.
You want to go first, second?
No, you go ahead because he's kind of like he keeps.
He's trying not to be rude too. He's trying to
No.
eat the food that I gave him while being.
He's like he's not quite eating it, but he's looks like he's about to talk, but every time he does, like one of you crunches. And so he's like,
Yeah, and now that he's like flustered and that just fucking came out like arguing, like, oh, grab some wine. But yeah, when she turns back and is just like eagle on and she's like, look, how we have been operating has worked for a really long time, and I'm not disputing your authority here. She taps the letter. I'm not disputing this, and I'm not disputing your ability to come in and assign whoever you want to run this area. But there is no good reason that you can give me to not assign me to run this area in the meantime while you do your little investigation. And by the laws that we've operated by forever, and the Imperium hasn't had a problem with until your rogue agent took us over, like, it's been fine. And we've worked at peace with the Imperium, and there's no reason why you shouldn't just let me continue. And if you declare it, it's your idea anyway.
like he's
Can I chime in as a help?
Yeah.
Well, on her statement.
yeah.
And as I'm there, I'm like, and we have managed to keep this area from pretty much bursting into a civil war.
And he kind of like at this point, like while you were talking, he puts a piece of bread in his mouth. And he's like waving.
I pick up his wine glass and hand it to him because he'd had it.
Right. And he takes a quick drink and sets it down and realizes that he's like, fuck, this is not the position that I want to be in.
What's happening right now?
He's like, you've the stability is important, yes, but optics, how things are seen is just as important. I cannot have someone who is any like
Can I volunteer to Bessie and Bint?
he says this province should be ruled by someone who is clearly a member of the Imperium until proper elections can be set up and run adequately. But I think you would agree that those required preparations and the paperwork for elections to take place are going to take some time. He says, in the meantime, and he gestures. He says, Cordia will do nicely as a pro tem governor.
Yeah, I forgot she was here.
Yeah, she looks uncomfortable at this.
Right there with your sister.
Just a silent fist bump off camera.
Yeah.
Right. So he's using persuasion with a with a rhetoric fork. Like all of this only makes sense. You can see that my hands are tied here.
And these both hit, right?
Yes, but I have to overcome that +1 ob.
Yeah. And I'm going to use persuasion with a town-wise and a rule of law for our laws.
And you can set your ob to 0.
Mm-hmm.
Any Arda?
Oh, and then I have one from, I'm going to put in a sorry.
Yep.
One of the ones that adds a die.
Persona.
Yeah.
It just made machine noises.
Right. Did you add in Dustin's helping die?
I'm adding that, yeah.
Nice.
So that's yes.
I was gonna say also, Dustin, don't forget you got to log that ob 5 oratory test.
Yep.
Oh,
For helping.
Probably a challenging for your oratory.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
I'm ready. Go ahead.
And whatever you're helping with this time.
4.
No 6s.
Oh, I only got 1. God damn it. I mean, I
I'm
got
down
2,
to
but I
7.
had that.
I wish I'd scripted better. That obfuscate was pretty cool.
That was well scripted. Let's see. I started at
5.
7.
So that would be a challenge.
I'm currently at. Dang! Ouch.
And so this would have been
An ob 0, so a routine, whatever you just tried.
Yeah,
Persuasion?
but yeah. What skill were you using to help? Because you only log 1 test in the Duel of Wits per skill.
So, but I think he wasn't doing oratory both times. I think it was something else the second time.
Well, I was talking about the Civil War being prevented. So I would probably have to say either command or maybe even tactics.
Neither of those were commands or using tactics. You were stating a fact, but you weren't commanding somebody to do something.
Gotcha. It wasn't soldier-wise, maybe? I have soldiering and soldier-wise.
You have persuasion?
I do not.
No, it like you were.
I have intimidation up the waz.
You do have intimidation up the wazoo.
It might have had to be another oratory.
I was gonna say,
rephrase it as an intimidate.
No, I think it sounded like another oratory. But next time, make sure when you help, decide ahead of time what you're helping with.
Well, I won't be logging anything for that over the second oratory anyway. So
Right, and that's how things go sometimes. Volley 3.
Oh,
I know. I've never helped on this before, so I didn't know.
Do you have a dismiss?
I do not have a dismiss. I have a point.
Thank God. I have a rebuttal. I was like, oh, shit, Shaun. I bet he did point dismiss. He took my tactic, motherfucker. I have a rebuttal. So go ahead.
Nice. Yeah, he sits back and he's like, I understand why you're upset about how this went down, and I will fully admit that I very much underestimated you. You absolutely do know your people and what you are doing. I have no desire to disrupt you further, but I do have a job to do, and I have to do it as I was instructed, and that was to put an Imperial in charge until a proper determination can be made. You are an excellent candidate for that. And once everything is settled and smoothed over, I think with the work you've done, you will easily win it. But until that time, I have Her Grace's commandments to uphold.
I don't know how very much you know about me, sir. I'm going to assume it's very little. So I will tell you right now that although they were very different from yours, I did grow up in the courts. I grew up in the Tbilisian royalty. I have been around diplomats and nobles nearly my entire life. And I know right away when somebody is blowing smoke up my ass. And I have to say, I don't
I
really
choke a little bit on my food.
appreciate it. I'm sure there's a collective, like,
When she says blowing smoke on my ass, I go,
yeah. So, sure, the Empress sent you here. And sure, she sent you to put an Imperial in charge. But by your own admission, Verda is part of the Imperium, therefore making us all Imperials. So if you do declare that I am still in charge, you have still fulfilled your duty to the Empress. And furthermore, as somebody who grew up in the courts, I also know how to record very fine, exquisitely detailed facts about things and compose them into letters. And should you put your person, who, no offense, ma'am, I'm sure you are very well suited to a job, but not this job, and plunge us back into chaos and rioting and starvation, I will make sure that all of the Imperium knows it. And so it is in all of our best interest for you right now to just declare me in charge of this area if you choose to avoid professional embarrassment. Sir.
I would like to lean in kind of off his side as I've been eating, and I look at him directly and I say, all of my troops and the people living here will resist. As a direct point.
Wow.
And okay, you do that, and Senia, the bodyguard, leans in and like casually rests her hand on her sword pommel, and she says, "All whose troops?"
Oh.
Wow. Now we're going to get into a duel of wits inside this duel of wits.
Okay. So before let me get my dice pulled together so that you know how many dice I have before you split. Yeah, because you have to do it before I roll. But
Yeah.
So I have. Let's see. What am I rolling here? Oh, that's not what I want. He's he's still in persuasion. He is absolutely forking in soothing platitudes.
Called it.
Yeah.
He would.
Yeah, of course he would. And he's getting an intimidation help from Senia.
That's nice, because Yes, he's getting an intimidation help from Aldwin.
Right. So that that gives him 5, 6, 7 dice.
7 days.
Yep.
All right. So I'm going to be using persuasion and townwise and throwing in an etiquette. I have the interrogation die, and then another persona.
You have intimidation? Because I feel like you could fork that in if you do. 'Cause it was a pretty heavy-handed statement.
Yeah.
I don't.
Because you kind of paved the way for my intimidation.
Or extortion. Is what that
Yeah.
sounded like. I don't know if you have extortion.
I don't. I might be learning it.
I think you only get that when you take the bastard life path.
Yeah. Yeah, and I don't have any intimidation.
All right. So yeah, you get to split your dice pool.
So I'm working. Oh well. So yeah, I'll match you. I'll go 7 and then 3.
7 on attack. Or
Yeah, or 7 on rebuttal. Like, cause you have 7 on your point, right?
Yep.
Okay.
So so you have a total of 10 dice, and you're doing.
Yeah, because I have a 6 persuasion, 2 forks, his die, and then a persona.
Okay. Nice. Cool. So I'll go ahead and roll my thing.
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
Three.
Only 3.
I'm alright with that.
Right. 27.
27!
Oh,
Wow!
So you if that's your defense, that eats all my dice. Now you're
Yep. And then 3. 3d6.
You got this.
I got 1.
Wow.
got
Do you have
1
any call-ons?
So you're down to a 2.
Do you have any call-ons?
down to 1.
Um,
Oh, you're
charismatic,
right.
but
I
it's
am
oratory, and I rolled.
I am at 2. I can't math.
I rolled persuasion and not oratory.
That would have been a routine test for me, right? An intimidation?
Yes, I think so.
Intimidation's a 4.
Well,
Okay.
did you put it for? Because you use it for the attack, I'm guessing, because it's kind of intimidate. So
Yeah. Well.
Dice against a 3.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, that's a routine. I dinged!
Nice.
Do-do-do-do.
All right. Second exchange.
Intimidation is at B5. Need to figure out how to work my sword into the next volley.
That's what she said. Wait.
If anybody here is going to do
Alright.
it, it'd be you.
We did not take our swords out in the study, Baldwin.
I pointed at the other. I'm like, she started it.
I'm scripted.
I'm scripted. Your mom's scripted.
We've both scripted. All right. Volley 1. What do you have?
What do you think I have?
You have a point. You have a
I
fate.
have a dismiss.
Oh, so do I.
Yeah.
Double dismiss.
All right.
How does that work out?
Basically, we both.
With a lot of hope.
That's right. Yeah, it doesn't matter which one of us speaks first. But since you spoke last, he's like, "Look, this is all academic. I think we can agree. You're not getting what you want here. You may as well just surrender. The fact is, I can't have someone like you in charge of this place. That is not my intent. I can't trust you. You are a Tebesian, making you the enemy. As far as I'm concerned. How you are viewed here is of no concern to me. I don't know if you have them fooled or what, but I think this conversation is done. We have the Queen, or the Empress's commands. I am to execute them as I see fit. And this is how I see fit. Cordia will be the temporary governor of this province.
So, the funny thing about you guys being such an distant ruling force for so very long is that Varda has kind of existed almost entirely on its own without you forever. And so, although as a good imperialist, I recognize your letter. It's very fancy. And the Empress's beautiful signature from how many miles away? Did you guys have? Never mind. It's not important. You can come in here and you can say that she's in charge. And that might be true for you. And for the rest of your cute little dick waving party over here. But the Varda are only going to recognize the leaders they know and the actual Varda amongst them. So if you don't want this to be the end of your political ambitions, you're going to walk out of my study and leave me to get back to business.
Nice. Senia steps forward, and she's like, the people will recognize who we tell them to recognize.
Oh, that works great for the Dominus.
You pretty much took the words out of my mouth.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was going to step forward and match her and say, you already tried that once, and how well did that work out?
Okay. So his oratory is not quite so good. I have an oratory of 3. He's forking rule of law, and intimidation, and then getting a helping die with intimidation.
And then the +2 for being dismissed.
And then +2. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 dice.
Okay. So I'll have my oratory. And then rule of law for my Varda law.
Okay.
As well as town laws. Aldwin's 1. The 2 for the dismiss. And yeah, fuck it. 1 more persona.
Nice. Are you ready?
I have to put it in the roll-o-matic.
Okay.
Because it's too complicated to figure out the other way.
I'm gonna go ahead and roll first.
Go.
Are you fucking kidding me? Only 3?
Wow.
I got
You rolled a 34.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
3, 4. I only. Oh, you did get 6. Damn.
So you knocked me down to a 4, which is right at half.
Right at half. You win.
Which is a major compromise.
Yes.
But
It is a major compromise.
do you hesitate? Isn't there like a thing for being knocked below 0? Do you run screaming? Do you stand and drool?
I
think-
drool.
The thing is, we got to come up with a good, slightly painful compromise.
Does he flip a table?
I think you'd have to like officially recognize them as your advisors or something, and they get to stick around or something like that.
Or he writes you into the paperwork as, I don't know, something demeaning to the Imperium, but like basically under their thumb.
Or I don't go anywhere without his lady.
I was gonna say, I think.
Oh, don't do that.
I think he's like, because he's gonna leave you in charge. I think he's definitely gonna be like, fine, Cordia is now your second, which I think everybody understands to be like, she's going to report everything back to me. Like she is going to be spying on you, and as a citizen of the Imperium, we expect you to dress the part.
Oh.
And he will happily leave like the what books of laws and whatnot he has here, but somewhere in there is the rule about like this is the proper attire of a imperial like administrator, right? Like,
does he provide the cloth?
Oh yeah. No, he'll happily like leave it there. But it's like, judges wear their black robes. Like, this is what a regional governor wears. You
or governess.
Yeah,
Yeah. What is the Varda style of dress?
Governator, I like it.
Like, I imagine, like, Tabisian does a lot of, like, draped fabrics and stuff like that.
Right, because, like, at least farther south, like, the Confederacy...
Climate, yeah, they're from a warmer climate.
Yeah, it goes from tropical down, like, into deserts, like, as you go further south. This place is pretty cold. So, like it's skins and like pants and shirts, not like the togas. Like it's cold as fuck.
Because here's what I'm
pretty
thinking.
Much everybody else.
For Tabessian. Yeah. So yeah, I imagine like she's from the Confederacy. And she came to this land where it's colder.
Right.
So she's adopted a lot of their stuff, but has continued to kind of modify it so it's still just like a little throwback to home. And the first chance she gets, like, she'll wear his clothes in his color. But it's coming out just a little, like, it's being recut to be a little more Tabisian. It's not just putting on, the suit and the shirt. Like,
until then, you'll have the gray suit, and we'll all have to call you Mafiesi, though.
Mafiesi.
You're now Imperial.
Yeah, but she'll wear it. She just won't wear it in the manner he wants. But I'm not going to tell him that.
Right.
But other than that, it sounds great.
Nice. Yeah.
Mostly,
as far as he's concerned, it's really about, like, if you're gonna go out there and you're gonna be in charge, you're going to look like you are one of ours. It's the.
God, he's one of the sticklers for the rules, isn't he?
He's a bureaucrat.
Yes, but in this case, it's more like, look, she doesn't dress like you anymore. She dresses like one of us. It's that visual, like, you've come out wearing the robe, like the clothes of the conqueror.
Yeah, as long as you accept that it's going to come out like Angus Young coming out in the clothes of a Catholic
schoolboy.
Yeah, like it's the right cloth, it's the right colors. It's not right.
Yeah, well, I'm like, you could deal with
like
Cordia.
that. That's
feel like a win for her in some way.
Yeah.
This doesn't sound like a compromise at all.
I think the real compromise is, hey, I'm sticking a spy right next to you, who's very clearly going to tell me everything.
Yep. No, that's fine. But the clothes are very much going to be a fuck you to him.
Right.
As much as I can make them. So yeah, what does he do when I kick his ass so brilliantly? Because I think there is like a hesitation.
Let's see. I think he does have to make a steel test. It's
Demand satisfaction.
No, he's not. He's not going to stab you in the face.
You can try.
A character who has lost a duel of wits must make a steel test. If his argument was reduced below 0, those dice are added to the hesitation obstacle. While the loser hesitates, the victor is free to gloat, run him through, exit stage left, or offer a verbal coup de grace. Coup de grace. So he may or may not hesitate. Hang on, I forgot to answer steel questions for this guy because it starts at what, 3?
He has a steal of 1, I think. Pretty sure he's got a steal of 1.
Definitely steal 1. Oh, here it is. Yep, starts at B3. Conscript Soldier Knight, no. Severely wounded, no. Murderer killed with his own hand.
Ah,
Yes.
I know someone who did that.
That bastard.
Do. Has the character been raised in a competitive but non-violent culture?
Yep. Has he given birth to a child?
He has not given birth to a child.
Just check.
His will... his will status 5.
If your perception gets to a 6, does your still go up?
No.
No. It's only if it starts there.
Yeah. That's all he gets.
Cool.
His hesitation is 5.
And he was at -4.
Damn, was I that far down? I was that far
Yeah,
down.
because you had 2 and I got 6.
So that's an ob 9 test.
Good Lord. That
Ob
hurt.
9.
you didn't
Only
think-
3 successes. Yeah, no, he I think he fucking like
has a heart attack.
yeah. No, he's gonna stand and drool. I don't think this was like
Yeah.
nobody got angry enough for him to like run screaming out of the place.
Yeah, she finishes talking and knows that she owned him and just sticks a hand out and waits for somebody to put a glass of wine in it. And then slowly takes a drink and is like, if you're done, I have work to do.
Yeah, and like he just stands there for a second, like knowing he's bested. For a couple of heartbeats.
Yeah, and she's like, since you're here as my guest, I'll put you up in my home. And
My home.
has somebody come and make up rooms for them.
Yeah, and like after a couple of seconds, like he kind of gets like, very well. I appreciate your hospitality. I see that we will leave things in your hands, I'll deliver the required documents presently. And he
I'll have a lot of work to do, so whenever you get around to it, I'll probably be right here.
I'm sure you will be. And he walks out. Just
And I'm like, yeah, so-and-so will get you, they'll get you situated, they'll send for your bags. Go ahead and follow them. Have a good night, sir.
yeah. And as they're walking out, he's already starting to issue orders to his companions, and he's like, Cordia, I will arrange for proper lodging for you. Senia, please go and inform the good father that we are going to be preparing to leave. As they're leaving, before the doors close behind them.
Yeah, so it's just Aldwin and I in the room now.
Yep.
Yeah, I walk over to the settee and just sink down, and I'm like, God, I hope we have more wine. Why do your countrymen suck so bad? Is this all of them? Because I've only met a few, and
Just
you're
the worst
fine,
of them.
but just your brother and that thing.
Fight a man with a sword any day, but I'll never go up against a bureaucrat.
Bureaucrats are the worst.
They are
I have such a headache, and look at that.
bureaucrats
kind of
and
gas.
priests of the church.
Priests
Yeah, so I
are
see,
always the worst.
Speaking of which, we should back to
Back.
Oh, I'm good. I'm good doing nothing, and you guys.
no.
just keep doing this, and
I feel like there's some issues we need to resolve.
if it ever comes back to me again, I'll be fine.
So what do you do with the body? And then what do you do?
Um,
I like option 2, Matt. You have good falsehood?
it's a 3 now.
Well, it might go up now.
So I get him out to the woods. How long does that take me, by the way?
It takes you a while. I mean, you're carrying a body. You're trying to be sneaky, so it's not like you're booking it through there. And it's a ways away. I would say I haven't really done a figured out scale yet. How big is this town really? Going through several fields. I don't know, a mile.
I'll
mile
go
and a half,
at least until there's no longer a blood trail. If I have to drag it through a couple creeks to do that, then I will. So it's not just, hey, let's follow the red carpet.
Yeah,
until we
right.
Get there.
Oh, I was going to say, that's not how blood works.
Yeah, no.
Well, eventually he runs out, Dustin. Come on, man.
There's only so much there.
It's like that skit with James Franco. Man, that's way more than 8 quarts.
God damn it, that was so good.
And he, you know what? He's kind of at a loss what to do now. He realizes he kind of has fucked himself.
Wow.
So
the
he is
players' actions match the characters.
wah wah.
Uh,
He's gonna follow his third instinct right now and just kind of fall over and start praying for a little bit. Not fall over, fall to his knees and start praying for a little.
Sorry.
And it's a bit, I don't know, it's not very proactive. He's gonna kind of just, I don't know, wait for a sign or someone to show up, or he doesn't know what right now. He's honestly kind of lost and confused because he he took a life. He didn't just break a dude's fingers. He's okay with that. He full on took a life.
Have you not murdered
he's-
before?
He has, but he
Oh.
not since he's tried to turn away from it, and so he's seriously freaking out right now.
Yeah, so you're out there in the woods, like there's the woods are eerily, like when you first get there, right? That like you're like the motion of you kind of lumbering through and dumping this body just kind of on the ground, disturbs the wildlife long enough to where, like, when you start praying, there's fucking dead silence. Until you kind of come to and realize that things have been quiet enough for the birds to start calling again. I don't know what kind of sign you were looking for, but nobody's come looking for you.
Caw, tookie tookie.
Once he comes down, he kind of at least reverts to his older past instincts, and he starts looking for a somewhere to dump a body where it's not going to be easily found. Maybe even where wildlife can get it or something. Down a ravine or somewhere else that can be disposed of. However, he's also out of his element because this is not a city.
That is true. That is.
What is the body hiding skill?
I would say
Observation?
I
Probably
think
not. Probably
a wise.
scavenging,
Body hiding.
Not foraging. I don't want to
Shallow
forage.
grave
I was gonna say shallow grave wise sounds. Yeah, there's not.
That's like, oh, I just happen to have that.
Is it a street? Is it darkened? Then I don't have it.
Darkened
It's
streets.
a street for animals, and it's darkened because of the trees.
Yeah, I mean, like, I guess if you look around, for a good place, probably it can go either way. Like, let's solidify what's your intent here. What is it you want to happen?
Find a spot where they can't easily find the body. Basically,
okay.
Find a way to dispose of the body.
Okay.
I mean, this is a great opportunity to open up shallow grave wise.
Yeah. Well, because it boils down
Start
to
working on ditch digging.
Yeah, and if you're just dumping it, I guess
specifically dumping it so it can't easily be found.
right.
You gotta be more specific. Like, are you hiding it under rocks? Are you?
Yeah, no, it would really be something like hiding a body wise. Like, that is the most
I
appropriate
can't think of anything it would fall under besides something that specific.
Because stealthy is hiding yourself, not hiding other things.
Right. Right.
Okay.
Well,
whatever you do, man, I'll roll dice at it.
because
I'll
it's
just
gonna either way it's gonna be a perception test. But the question is, do you want this to go to a skill, or like, do you want to bother opening up a new skill about hiding bodies?
I would not say no to just going straight perception, because then yeah.
You don't want to practice the shallow grave?
I'd like to try to have a skill that I don't fail at.
So, you're kind of.
But if you think it's more
city boy,
appropriate to
aren't
go
you?
with a wise, I'll go with whatever you dictate.
We'll just go perception. I'd say we'll call it ob 3.
Okay.
on an ob3 perception. If you
I'm gonna.
fail, then like then you miss what you're gonna miss is a crucial detail, right? Like there's kind of a like you spot a nearby ravine that looks like it would be a good spot. What you don't realize is how that particular ravine behaves after a rain.
Washes the body right back to town.
Yeah, where it washes the body up.
Right into the well source of the town. Is this water too pennies to anybody else?
I'm also working carefully.
Tastes
The
tasty.
careful part is that I'm looking around and I'm making sure nobody or nothing is coming up on me.
Okay.
So I'm working carefully to get the job done before someone or something comes along.
Nice. With the implication, of course, being that
That
if you
something
fail,
or someone does come along.
something or someone does come
There
along.
is an excavation skill.
That's
You
for
could really
mining.
use one of those giant wolves right now.
Yeah,
Oh, I could
bet
so
they're
use
good at
one.
digging and eating
Hey,
things.
yeah. You want to be my buddy? I don't summon people from beyond the veil.
Nope, I just killed him.
I just talked to a giant bearded dude in the sky.
He's my sky daddy.
Yeah. So, what's my
It's up 3.
Oh,
Nice.
well done, sir.
Very well done.
It's not murder if they can't find the body.
Can I say part of that was also, and if you say no, that's fine. But getting myself kind of cleaned up too, washing the blood off and things like that.
Sure. I mean, you take the extra time, right?
Yeah.
Because you were working carefully. Awesome. Yeah. So and like you're gone for a while. Like,
Oh yeah.
I would say probably, I don't know, 45 minutes, an hour, like between the trek and like finding a spot to dump the body and cleaning yourself up, maybe even longer. Like, and then like nonchalantly getting back. Like I think it takes you a while.
Probably nighttime by the time I start heading back.
I don't think it takes you that long. I think
Okay.
it like you probably get back in the late afternoon. The church is still all closed up.
And bloody.
Yeah, I was gonna say like you know, you've been outside, you've cleaned yourself up, you get back and the smell hits you as you walk in.
Is the red carpet still out?
Yeah, like you just
If
walk,
it was
walk
just,
in and it's
if
that
I
like
had thought about it beforehand and hadn't panicked, I could have cleaned it up, then moved it. But I just panicked and ran, so that red carpet goes all out there.
yeah, you're like and it's all like copper and sugar, just
So actually, what I'm going to do is when I get near the edge of town or near my church, I just start running, and I run nonstop straight to Yezi's house because I know that's where Aldwin is, or at least he was.
Oh God.
nice.
So yeah, I imagine unless you want to be somewhere else, this is the point that we kind of left
Sounds
off, where we're still in the study, and like Yezi's like, I have so much paperwork to do, and all I want to do is just drink. Like, why, Aldwin? Like, that's the conversation you walk in and we're like, what the fuck is wrong with people from your country?
Oh no, I think
No?
like he's on his way there. Like I think he gets there like right after the conversation, like the duel like stops. And like he comes in, the first thing you see when you're finally like let in and everything is Kalis and Cordia and Senia like walking down the hall coming from the direction that you're heading in. And Kalis looks over. Are you dressed in your priestly outfit?
Yeah.
And it's like the local father. See, Senia, this your task will be easy tonight. And he says, good day to you, Father. I've got some things I have to take care of. Otherwise, I'd stop and chat. I hope you had a good time with Father Petronax. And he just kind of like pats you on the shoulder as you.
I don't think he gets that much out. I think he goes, good evening, Father, or whatever. And I just like mumble, I can't talk, and I just charge past him towards where Yezi and Alduin are.
Oh,
like clearly emergency panic mode.
Yeah, no, like as you go, as you try to go by, the bodyguard like puts her hand on your shoulder.
She tries. I try to duck under it and keep running.
Oh, nice. That sounds like a.
You gonna sucker punch her too? Because that works out so well for you.
Sounds like a speed check here.
You're really restoring Yezi's faith in all of you Imperium nuts. She thought it was bad being married off to the Varda.
I'm a good guy.
I said you were. Hashtag not all Imperium.
Hang on, let me give her some stats
it's
here.
Okay to be Imperial.
Oh, we have somebody listening before bed. Hello, friend. Everything's horrible. Welcome to Burning Well.
Yeah, it's.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Lost.
Every session, I'm always like, wow, it really can't get much more interesting than that session, and every session I'm wrong.
Oh man, have you even played Apocalypse World? That's the entire game.
That's pretty much.
Like how
I've played a couple sessions of it.
At least we got that disaster over with. Let's see how the next one is worse.
Yeah. So, okay. So Senia's intent is to like grab a hold of you. Like she's not like grappling you. She's just like grabbing you to stop you from moving. Right.
Yeah.
Because she just wants to ask you a question. But she's also a soldier and she's used to her questions being answered.
Yeah. And I look like I'm clearly in a hurry.
Oh,
emergency.
Yeah, and she's way taller than you too. Like,
yeah, I'll try to duck under her arms.
Yeah, and like she's just gonna like put her hand on your chest to stop you in place. Maybe power versus speed.
I was hoping for speed versus speed, but I can do power versus speed.
Your speed, her power.
Yeah, I feel like that makes more sense.
She's got force and everything.
Okay.
All of her physical stats are 4.
So do I. Let's do this. My luck has been going great tonight.
I don't know.
It's
I feel
just
like
better
everything
if it
has
does
been all your ruin has been self-brought.
Oh, no, it absolutely has.
Do you want me to set your ob, or do you want...
Yeah.
Sure.
Well, you know what? No, I'll just... Okay.
I only got one
I'll
success.
Just, roll.
Just a 1.
She underestimates you. She thinks you're nothing but like a weak little father.
And as I sidestep, I do go, forgive me, I'll be right back. I have an urgent message for the guard captain.
No, with a speed roll of 4, I don't think you got all that out.
She's like as you're going, you just hear her go, fine, I'll find him myself. As you come in.
That's fine. It means I just have to lie to Alduin, and if they see through it, they might not murder me immediately.
I'm not the smart one. You're gonna have to worry about Yezi.
Oh, I'm hoping Yezi.
She's the perceptive one. I'm just the one you have to worry about if we find out you're lying.
Yeah, and then you're inside the room.
Slam the door.
God, you Imperium. What? Father,
where were you?
Thank you for all your support. I feel really spiritually guided right now.
Wow.
You're gonna feel like an ass in a second. All right, no.
We'll see.
Wait till you hear about the person I murdered.
Father Petronax is dead.
I immediately stand up.
Did you tell the what's his name? Kellen?
Kalis.
I'm
Kelly?
telling
Kalis.
the guard captain first because I mean, you know,
What happened?
he was with me in my church talking about officials' church business. We were chatting for quite a bit. He sent me away to grab something, and when I returned, there's blood everywhere. He looks like he was drugged, I don't know, into the woods, and he just starts spewing all these lies. And
Yeah, I want to roll a falsehood against.
So
I'm absolutely rolling falsehood, and probably
Yeah.
not well, but
all right. So like this is
Man, you should have waited to get me alone, dude. This was a mistake.
all right.
I'm actually I'm just
So-
giving it to both of you and praying something not horrible happens.
So here's the thing. Like falsehood when it comes to other PCs gets a little weird. Like just in general, right? Because what like if you're lying, what's your intent? Dustin, to tell if he's lying?
No, mine.
Well,
I said
I
I was
haven't
gonna...
even had a chance to process what was going on.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, no, it was me.
guess-
I said I was going to roll falsehood against
I
him.
think she's rolling.
Okay.
I don't know if I've even had a chance to yet. Like, I haven't even gotten into scrutinizing interrogation mode.
Yeah. I think the question is like I feel like you should tell whatever story you want. I mean, as players, we all know he's lying, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I want Yezi to, like, acknowledge, like, because all this bullshit, like, she's mentally exhausted, and then didn't we have the meeting earlier today? Yeah.
Yeah.
We had the meeting and told people we were going to take their land away, and then I went to find somebody to put, like, my son's spirit at rest, and I ran into Douche Nugget instead, and then we had this entire big argument, and it's been really horrible and stressful, and I just want to drink and tell Aldwin that the Imperium are assholes, and then Colin bursts in with the story about how he left and he came back and there was just blood everywhere.
Oh yeah, it's
And like
not a
that
good story.
shit is just not holding water.
Nope.
And my first instinct, I think, is Aldwin would be to fucking go on a lockdown, mobilize all the troops, because as far as I'm concerned, there's an assassin around.
Go get him, Aldrin. Go get your
Not
men.
an assassin as much as, like, I'm giving Matt's character a lot of credit. I'm just saying, so, we had an Imperium party here, and then suddenly one of them turns up dead when we're having negotiations.
Right? Yeah, and I feel like the question of like does he lie convincingly is less relevant than like what do you do with the information he's just given you?
I would immediately mobilize my troops.
And we like that's totally
I would not
legit.
be scrutinizing right now.
My
I actually, if he does that, there was something I wanted to do with Yezi then.
I guess like just to be clear, my point is I don't see any value
Conflict?
in rolling
No, I
falsehood
want to
against
call him
PCs.
on it. Yeah.
Yeah, I would say go ahead. Like if you don't buy his story,
Well, no, but if he wanted to sell the lie, like, I'm open to that. I'm open to him being earnest.
Well, actually,
and...
things would if Alduin rushes out of the room to mobilize his men, things are going to change a little bit.
Because I feel like that would be, she would be more scrutinizing, especially because of her day. I immediately would want to jump into action.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's fine. I'll wait for Aldwin to leave and just be like,
I
come
kind of
in here.
quietly closed the door behind him,
She pours more wine, and she's like, Father Colin.
and he picks up your glass of wine you just poured and he downs it.
just grabs another one and fills it. She's like, you came here with all the Imperium, and you've been interested in converting my people away from the speakers, and I feel like we've had some really good moments together. We've worked in tandem quite a bit, especially you and Fiona, and Aldwin's been a good support, and there's been some things that I couldn't have done without you for the people. But at this point, if you're going to come in here just spewing pure lies and bullshit, if you could come up with a better lie before you walk into my home and expect me to swallow it, I would at least appreciate that much.
I know what Christian's character reminds me of. The Godfather. She's gone total mob boss.
Yeah, she's like,
You come into my house.
right. I don't know if I even want to know what happened.
Then
keep
I
saying that
won't tell you.
that?
Then I said, then I won't tell you. What do you intend to do then?
You understand what a precarious position we're all in right now, right? I just, by the skin of my teeth, got Kelson?
Douche nozzle.
Kalis.
Kalis. He's not Kalen, he's Kalis. I just, by the skin of my teeth, got Kalis to leave me in charge here instead of his sorceress. And now you say one of his party has gone missing? I don't even know what to do. Father, do you have any suggestions?
Father Colin looks a little bit like a kid who's in front of the principal right now, He says, I'm certainly open to them. I'm trying to think of what he's going to do.
He just sips wine and watches you.
Oh, yeah.
He's gonna end up trying to murder you. Just wait.
Beautiful desk you have here. Shame if something were to happen to it. No.
Wait, where did you get that candle holder?
Aha! And I just break the desk and leave. No.
I was going to say, you left the room and the desk. It was just, there was blood. It was gone.
Oh, my God. He's gonna launch into a bit of confession then. Then I guess it is. I say it is. I guess it is the divine's purpose that I leave my fate in your hands.
Translation: It's the divine's purpose that
he'll
leave shit on your doorstep.
He'll basically give you a truncated version of his backstory. Street criminal, did bad things. Had to work it off with a priest bought his bail, and he had to work it off with a priest. Before I could be officially ordained, priest died. Came out here for fresh start, all that fun stuff. He likes to try to convert, but in the end, it's not the most important thing to him. The most important thing is just trying to escape his past, and he basically tells you the whole backstory thing.
Yeah, and she just listens and drinks. He's like, you do understand that the thing that benefits both me and my people to the greatest degree is to just go tell Douche Nugget that you're responsible for the disappearance of this priest, right? Like, I just want to make sure that you understand that.
Oh, that's true. I do want to let you know that his priest was planning on, and any other future priest he'd try to bring in, would be very hard-lined about their conversion efforts, they wouldn't.
I didn't ask that. I asked if you understand the position that I am in.
Oh, I understand, and I'm letting you know.
Okay. So what
that
we are going to do, Father Colin, is we are going to go find Douche Nugget. And Shaun's just cringing to himself. We're gonna go find him.
Payless.
And
Just think Payless shoes, and you'll get
now I will. We will find him, and you will report to both him and his. She's his bodyguard.
Yeah.
She's to him as I am to you.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
You will say that you went to find his priest and found nothing but blood and chaos.
You know,
Who?
this,
Yes.
as a little swamp ghost floats into Matt's ear. If only Matt knew someone who could be a scapegoat for the murder that worked in the church.
Oh man, that's painful. I'm not. No, I'm not. I can't throw a kid under the bus. That's my instinct, man.
Yeah,
I'll say there.
So yeah, was Chadwick at the church?
Yes.
Okay, so you will tell Kalis what you told me, but more convincingly, please. And then we need to go talk to Chadwick. Because I will give you over before I give him over.
I wouldn't want him going over.
He's like, I don't know what happened, but it's scary.
Yeah, basically, that's what he's doing right now.
This poor kid.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And she's like, all right, are you ready?
So, you'll support me in this? At least for now?
For this moment.
Quick question.
Why?
Yep.
Did you relate the story to both of us while it was still in there before I mobilized? Your original story?
Yeah.
So I have the original version, and now you're going to go tell.
No, that's what we're sticking with.
No.
Yeah.
You said that you were in the church, you left, and you came back, and he was dead. The new
That's what we're
story
gonna stick
sounds
with.
like you went to meet him and found him dead.
No, we changed that because Chadwick was there.
Okay. Sorry.
No, that's all right. You can have bad information.
I was
It
just
was a
making sure there
shitty
wasn't a
story.
discrepancy I had to kill Matt over.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, you asked her why. She would help you.
Yeah.
She's like, because you've been here and you've helped us and you've taken an invested interest in the Varda people. I'm not gonna see that asshole string you up. Although the question of what happened to his priest is weighing a bit heavily on me. But we'll get to that. Let's handle this and make sure that Chadwick is safe.
I had sent him to help his mother.
Yeah, we're gonna go find Kalis and
Okay.
tell him that Matt found nothing but blood.
Do we want to save all of this for next session? Because it's 10:30.
I can go a little bit farther if you want.
I can go a little bit further too.
Okay.
I
Before
feel like they were leaving at a hurried pace as Colin burst into the room.
right.
And I left at pretty much a full sprint to mobilize my troops.
Yeah.
Without even discussing, I just run past them.
Nice.
They might have an inclination something's afoot.
Sure. What are you doing? Like, you go out, you
Oh, I'm
find
gonna
your
go get. I'm
troops?
gonna start ringing the bells to gather the guards.
Nice. Yeah, like the bells ring. everybody fucking panics, scrambles, and then before long, you have everybody kind of gathered up in the courtyard, and I think you like the two of you in the house, like absolutely hear the bells ringing, as like were you two like heading straight to go talk to Kalis?
Yeah, and we hurry when the bells start ringing.
Nice. Nice. Yeah, I just want to give I want to give Dustin a chance to
No, that's fine.
to do something
fine.
before I bounce back over to you guys. So once you have your soldiers assembled, what what do you do? They're all kind of standing in rank.
What was the father's name?
Petronax.
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 So basically,
Parthenax.
I'll address all the soldiers and said Father Petronax is missing and presumed injured from the whatever the name of your church is. What is your church's name?
Path of Virtue.
From the Path of Virtue. I want a full search of the town and any clues leading to where he might have gone.
Our Lady of Perpetual Knuckles.
Yeah, and keep on alert because there is an attacker about.
Nice.
I want them brought in, and any information brought straight to me. And I want that to be made clear to me, nobody else. Because in my mind, I want to kind of keep it out of the ear of the Imperium that just left.
Right.
Because I don't know about this little shady nonsense that's going on between these two.
Ah, shit. No, I just thought of something I could have done that I didn't think of before.
What
Too
was
far to
it?
go back.
I could have. I still have the Dominus's knife. I could have tried to plant it and blame it on him coming back from somewhere in the woods.
but you don't.
Ooh.
You didn't.
Oh, it would have been
That
so
would've been
good.
cool.
You can always sneak back out and do it.
Yeah, there's
I'm
still
sure
the
nothing
option
will
to.
go wrong.
Yeah, your sneaking rolls are,
Fan-damn-tastic.
Right. So
streets ahead.
So the soldiers will absolutely go out and start combing combing the forests and
And I want to lead the investigation of the church. I want to go right to the church myself and start looking around.
Nice. Okay, so you
He
had
did it in the rectory with the candlestick.
Well, that was easy to solve.
it was in the chapel with the candlestick. Yeah. I think we'll bounce back over there. Like everybody goes and then you head off. Meanwhile, the two of you, Yezi and Colin,
My heart is so not convinced this was the right decision.
you find yourself standing at the door to the room that you've made ready for Kalis.
I mean, I technically have it in my possession. I could still whip out the knife.
Sure, you knock on the door and like
That'd be quite the thing for you to drop at Yezi, like at the last minute. Oh yeah, by the way, the Dominus did it. And he's like, ugh.
That'd probably fuck me even more. She'd be like, "Fuck it, no, he did it. Whatever."
the door opens, like first a crack to see who it is, and then it opens all the way, and he says, "Was there something else that you needed?"
Might you have a minute to spare? We might have a bit of an issue.
An issue. Certainly.
And I will.
I always
out
have
of
time for my
breathly-
host. Please come
You're
in.
right.
I will out of
Go on,
breathly
Dan.
and panically again relay the information, but more convincingly.
But more convincingly.
One more time with feeling, please.
Oh, the blood was everywhere.
Everywhere.
I had to stop screaming.
Yeah.
Is there multiple people there?
Yeah, there's Kalis there, and Cordia, his sorceress, who
Oh, yay. Lying
looks
to a
she looks disgruntled, not so much at you. She actually looks unhappy with Kalis. As she's like unpacking her belongings, and you notice that they are all like, most of it is fine clothes, and not at all appropriate for this kind of
The weather.
weather.
I make a mental note of that. I will be sending her a tailor later.
Yeah. So now you're trying to get
Yeah, and
Kalis to
since I'm
buy
talking-
this story.
Yeah, and and this is a time for a falsehood roll probably.
Right.
And I'm gonna, of course, fork in oratory because I'm talking to multiple people. Trying to dig deep. And and we start bringing up how we gotta find him, we gotta bring him back, we gotta make sure he's okay. I'm trying to see if I can put in church politics somehow, like he's got to do his job and do this audit on the church or what have you, this or that or the other, and without him it's not going to get done, and oh my goodness,
Until they send the next one who mysteriously dies.
oh my god, why do they keep dying?
All right.
That one candlestick.
So Kalis has a will of 5.
Yeah, fuck you.
And you're rolling falsehood?
Yeah, with some forks.
with some forks.
Uh,
You're right there. You can help him if you'd like.
Yeah. I'll vouch for him.
I had to
And-
come back. I had to come back to the keep to get some of the files on the church to bring to the father, and that, and
Yeah, he speaks up, like, he's been an honest, good priest here. He's not known to lie. He's clearly, I've known him for a while now. He's very distraught over this. I think Captain Aldwin has already gone to start mobilizing people to search for your priest. But we thought you should know.
All right. So what do you want him to do? Do you want him to just be like, I don't know, oh my god, let me help you find him? Like,
I just want him to not think it's me.
okay. So you want
Very simple. Very
This was, yeah, and like, I just didn't want this to be something that we were keeping from him.
right?
Like,
You want
no, look, we told you. Why would we tell you if we had anything to do with it?
We're-
That doesn't make sense.
We're coming forward with all the emails.
yeah.
Yeah.
They're like, we've been working on this priest thing for days, and they just tweeted it out. Okay.
I will also be spending 2 Arta.
So the ob is
Might as well spend that
5.
will to live while you're at it.
If
I've got lucky and poker face somehow, so it's gonna.
Please do well.
so if you fail,
If not, I can sucker punch him for you.
this is
Bam, bam, bam.
That's helped so far. Just punching people.
I mean, obviously, if you fail, he's going to know that you're lying, and since Yezi's there helping, he'll know that you're lying and that she's backing up your lie.
She's
Oh
covering
my-
up for me.
God, this is gonna get ugly if this fails.
Yeah, don't fuck this up.
And
It's
well,
very important to me that you don't.
You really should have just turned me in, Yezi. I mean,
Yeah,
thanks
he
for the help.
she really should have just thrown you under the bus for the
I
for the sake
know,
of the
but-
entire town.
You're a player character, and I wanted you to stick around.
Matt seems pretty determined to not stick around based on his actions.
I like
Think of how well we could hold this over him forever.
oh no, I know how I clearly, yes, fucked up here. That's all good.
like my instinct is for him to be like, no, we're gonna fucking round everybody up, and like, you know, do a full on proper inquiry, because like. Here, he just made you governor, and you're gonna come in and be like, "Oh, by the way, your priest is totally dead. This guy probably totally murdered him, and we're both lying about it." Like,
I could see the regret in Kristen's face for following this path.
I didn't know what else to do.
I didn't know. I didn't know.
look, you,
Kristen, I am okay if you need to play the turning me in card. That's okay.
yeah,
No,
like,
it's less interesting.
yeah, no, I think he's gonna like. I know you just won that duel of wits, but this does, like, if you fail, this changes some circumstances.
And it undermines it.
All right, I
And
got three modifiers. I got 2 arts, and that's 8 dice. I got 2 call-outs I can tag if I have to.
Are you gonna say it?
No,
Shaun, are you saying it'll undermine that entire duel of wits?
No, that's not what I'm saying. I think he'll probably be like this guy is bullshit. Fucking haul his ass away. He sure as fuck isn't going to be happy with you though. Like,
No, that's fine. Maybe I was just stupid and believed somebody I thought trustworthy. You know how women can be.
And he'll hold that against you, like as leverage against you.
yeah, or maybe it's going to be like, all right, fucking arrest him. You know, you and I have to talk about this, and then he has to figure out if you were taken in by him or if you were not.
Mm-hmm.
And that'll be something different. Like,
Yeah.
it
Okay.
would be shitty to just be like, oh, now you're lying to me, and fuck all of that stuff. Like,
Yeah.
like sometimes that kind of stuff changes, but you're also just helping here. You're implicated, but you're not. Like,
No, that's fine. I just wanted to make sure that wasn't
Yeah.
going to be the case. Because, yeah, it would be kind of a shitty consequence to, that
Yeah.
we put in earlier.
yeah.
I'm praying for you, Matt.
Oh yeah, I believe in myself.
So,
I believe in myself a lot right there.
Oof.
oh,
And 2 6s even. God damn.
Good thing for the 6s too, huh?
yeah, he fucking buys it. He buys that shit. Like,
You got a difficult falsehood.
right?
Yep.
He like after you tell him what's going on, like he looks shocked and perplexed, and he turns to the sorceress and says, Cordia, will you please go tell Senia to put herself at the discretion, or at the not discretion, but at the disposal of the governor.
The governor.
of God damn it. I didn't even do that on purpose. Yeah, you should just like put herself at Governor Bjornson's disposal. We losing Father Petronax would be is awful. We'll find him. Whatever you need.
we'll do everything we can to locate Petronax.
He says, "Thank you, Father, for coming so quickly."
He nods.
And he says, "And
Yes.
if there's anything I can
go
do,
ahead.
please let me know."
We will, most assuredly. Yeah, so as I lead Colin away, I'm like, all right, we're going to go talk to Chadwick. You know they were about to leave, right? Right? Just...
I did not, but I knew he was trying to kick me out of my church and take it over.
And then definitely very important.
Oh, I murdered him.
Ban all worship of spirits and everything
I
else.
beat his face in with a candlestick.
Let me lead the faith here.
Meanwhile, Aldwin, you find yourself at the doors of the church. They swing them open, and step inside, and you can, like, it doesn't take very long to figure out where the seat of the crime was.
What do I see? Do I see a weapon? Do I see anything?
Yeah, I don't think that you took the candlestick with you.
Nope.
Nope, you just
He was all panic at that point.
Shit.
yeah, just left there. So there's like a candlestick lying on the floor, just like in a pool of blood. There's blood all over the candlestick too. It's knocked over, and it's this big old iron thing. The candle.
All right, I need forensics here on the double.
Yeah.
I need to get the set of prints.
You see there's a bag that's kind of sitting on the front pew.
Well, I kind of is it and it's open? You said.
Yeah.
What's in it? I just kind of walk over and peer into it.
Yeah, you can see like most of it looks like papers and some scrolls, but most of it is dominated by big ass book.
Over the book, and I see just names.
It's do you know how to read?
I do.
You do know how to read. It's okay. You don't need to make a test. I just wanted to know if you did.
They're dumb, but I'm a little bit smart.
Yeah, it's like it's not just lists of names, but it's actual records. It's a recording of, like, you know, who is supposed to be in assigned to which parishes, and when people have it recorded when they've taken their vows, or when they've been promoted or demoted. Like, it's not an exhaustive, like, history of the entire church.
And it's nothing I would really see as relevant.
Yeah.
So I would just kind of put it back and move on.
Yeah.
Looking around. Where's the blood? I assume I see the blood leading out of the church and into the woods, or in that direction at least.
Yeah. Well, I think probably like it smeared some, because at some point he picked him up, right, and was actually carrying him. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So it wasn't. It wasn't like there's a big long trail that goes for a mile and a half out of there.
He did say into the woods.
Right.
His character said that he was drugged into the woods.
Yeah.
Okay. So, is there a lot of blood in the church? Like, is it just a ton of blood?
There's quite a bit. I mean, he did bash his face in with a iron candlestick holder until the guy died.
I want to set one of the guards that's there to on watch to guard the church.
Right.
And when I'm trying to make my way in the general direction, I think that the blood was leading towards the woods.
I think you can probably like it's not hard to kind of follow the initial, you can find your way where it's been the body was dragged or picked up and carried like within the church. Once you kind of come outside, there's some drops here and there, but eventually they lead like out into the surrounding farmland, and it's
Farmland.
The trail gets much more difficult.
Well, do I see anybody around the area?
At this point, no. It was already late afternoon when when he came running back. So by now it's starting to get dark, and people don't stay out in their fields too late, especially with fucking giant wolves.
The wolves
roaming the forests. So people pretty much have been like, oh, I see that the sun has dipped behind the mountains. Fuck it, we're going inside.
Okay. I want to direct my what troops I have with me. I don't know how many I have with me at this point because the other ones are combing the city. The one or two guys I have with me to search the fields for any clues. And I'm just going to kind of, like he said, the woods, so I'm just going to beeline to the closest part of the woods to where I'm at right now.
Sure. There's everybody kind of spreads out. Like the woods pretty much surround the entire town. Like the whole town is kind of in this clearing, right? And then there's a big
I'll
old.
just kind of mentally draw a line from the church straight to the closest set of woods that I could.
Yeah.
From the last place I saw like blood, and just kind of.
Yeah. Well,
I don't know, just kind of on the wing, just go into that area.
There's like. What's your intent here? Because like you can wander into the woods.
My intent is to find any clues.
Okay.
Or any trail. Which is great because I have no tracking or anything.
Well, there's no better time to learn. So tracking is rooted in perception.
Okay.
Are we tracking here? Or are we observing?
Investigating. Oh.
It kind of depends.
No, it's going to be
started
perception.
learning observation.
It's going to be perception. Observation is really about seeing hidden people. It specifically says it's not about spotting details.
Yeah, well, in tracking, he's trying to figure out where Colin went.
Right.
So
Yeah.
it feels very much like it would be tracking.
Well, it's the same role for both.
It is. It is. Yeah, I'd say Ob 3 tracking.
So double ob.
Yep.
Okay.
Does Ob 3 on your perception make that a routine, or does it make it higher?
Make it a routine.
Okay. So yeah, then this
'Cause I have
test
a B4
in perception.
or whatever.
Okay. Yeah. So this would go towards learning the skill.
Yep.
Yep.
I would.
I think if you fail, then then you lose like most of the blood is inside. Like once he was carrying the body, there was a whole lot less dripping, and he was traveling through farmland where people were working in the fields. I think if you fail, like you get partway out into one of the fields, heading northward, before you just like totally lose the trail. It's been obliterated by work.
Okay. I'm only going to spend one perception because one persona.
Okay.
It's not a huge deal to fail on this. Whoa! It automatically doubled my ob.
Yeah, you put it at base 6.
What? I rolled 3 6s.
Ooh,
Dang.
might make it.
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and fate those.
Yeah.
That's wow. Okay. I didn't realize it automatically doubled my odds.
Yeah.
Okay. Die roll. D6. Wow.
Ooh, you got
Oh.
3.
Another 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Holy shit, son.
Oh, I'm the
10
world's
successes.
best tracker.
It's almost
Wow.
like you're just naturally freakishly good at that.
I'm fucking like gifted. I have the sight. What happened here?
God damn. How many successes did you get altogether? 4,
All right,
5, 6,
4,
7,
5,
8,
6, 7, 8,
9,
9, 10.
10 successes.
On a
Jesus
6 ob.
Christ.
I rolled 10 successes on 5 dice.
I think it's fair that you like Matt, do you think it's fair that he like, I know that you specifically tried to find a place to make the body difficult to spot. I think he at least gets to where like you had taken it and dropped the body on the ground before you did that.
Yeah. So he pinpoints it a lot closer.
I'm either way, Matt. I'm okay with your decision on that. If you don't want that to go down that way, that's fine with me because I understand because you rolled a success on that. But I'd be okay with whatever you decide.
Yeah.
Yeah, does it feel like it would take away what you managed to do, Matt? If you found anything?
I don't want to take that away. Like I think you definitely find like where Colin had gotten the body, dumped the body, spent some time praying there. Like you find some like where the ground's been kind of messed up, and there's some like thicker, like more coagulated blood just kind of from where the body was sitting. But from there, like at that point, the blood had stopped flowing because the body was dead. The heart wasn't pumping it anymore. So there's not really like what was already there was already kind of old, and like you just found it because you had been following the trail and knew what to look for. But at this point, there's so many places for the body to have been put. Like you know that the killer had stopped here, where they went afterwards.
I think it'd be safe for him to assume with as much blood as he's seen, he could make the realistic assumption that
he's dead.
Max is not alive anymore.
Yeah, right.
I could also bring up the point that maybe I could find the body, but there's absolutely nothing pointing it towards Colin.
Yeah, because Colin did show up clean without blood or dirt on him. He hadn't been carrying a body through the woods.
Clearly.
I'd say maybe his success, instead of turning it into hiding the body, turns it into hiding the body with no indication that
like
he had anything to
absolving
do with
him
it.
of. But I feel like that kind of comes down to story and how Matt feels about it.
That's true.
I'm okay with that. I mean, if he wants to find a body that way.
Well, it's up to you, Matt. Like this.
If it in the end helps
your story.
If it in the
more
end
than me.
finding it if in the end you finding it and going, well, Father Colin couldn't have done this. I mean, if that helps take guilt off
No,
of me, I will
like-
absolutely accept it.
Like I don't think that finding the body like necessarily is here. Like I think there's enough.
Okay.
Like you get enough to gather that like there was a lot of blood. You're a soldier. You know how much blood a person can
did.
lose. Yeah. He was at least in pretty bad shape. Being carried this far with that kind of injury probably wasn't good, and judging by the way that like you can tell that like whoever took the body here,
Disposed of it.
well, yeah, he wasn't moving here on his under his own power. Like somebody moved him, and even if he wasn't dead when he was dropped here, whoever killed him probably did. Like they had plenty of time to finish the job. Like
He's dead.
yeah,
Well,
this
because
guy's
the
dead.
blood stopped, it would make sense that the guy was dead by the time we got here anyway, or else
And my
he didn't want
intent
blood.
wasn't to find the body. My intent was to find clues and find out what happened.
Yeah.
So I think that works just fine.
Yeah, yeah.
Somebody
Without
dragged his ass
compromising
to
that.
the woods.
I could even see you like spotting the ravine and like taking a look, and just the way that the body had fallen in, like you can't see it.
Like the
Oh,
camera's
yeah.
right next to the body, looking up, but there's like a rock between it and
Like
him.
a
and
log or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
this is now you're trying to figure out what happened to the priest, and this is the Twin Peaks edition of.
Wrapped in
This
plastic.
car so good it is a
I
All
think
right. Well, I'm gonna head back and start grabbing troops on my way because
yeah. So I think as you come back, like as you're following the trail back, you're passing like kind of on the same way you came to get out there, and one of your men, sir, it's Captain, it's obvious.
obvious. Yes.
Did he find a clue? Was it right out in the open?
Sergeant.
He said
I think the priest has been hurt.
no,
Oh, that's funny.
he's like, sir, I didn't find any clues, but and he turns, and two more soldiers are standing there, and they have like standing between them with his hat in his hands is this farmer looking kind of intimidated.
That's why you gotta kill the witnesses, Matt.
And he says, but this man says he saw something.
What did you see? Or are we gonna skip someone else now? Or
No, I think that's where we're gonna close out.
Okay, that's a good idea.
I'm getting tired.
Yeah, I think we're gonna go ahead and stop for the night there. We'll do Arter real quick.
I need a week
I
to
wasted
recover
all
from my
those
shame.
fixes on tracking.
That is a ridiculous amount of tracking. It still only
Never roll that well again.
it still only counts for one test towards learning the skill.
I know. That makes me sad.
All right, so Arda.
Arda, who would like to go first?
Oh, I'll go. Oh, okay,
Oh.
go ahead, Yessie.
All right, Imperial interference is what got us into this mess. I'll make Douche Nugget recognize my rule in Barda and not challenge it until they find somebody
Oh.
more suitable.
That's no. I think that's
Hail
persona.
it.
The feast must be joyful. We didn't have the feast, and I didn't lay my son to rest.
That damn feast. We will have that feast one of
Fucking
these days.
feast.
Probably after the next trait vote.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Keep calm and de-escalate. Always protect Eric and Asta, and never show weakness before others.
I'll give you a fate for never show weakness before others.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
want
it
one
is
for calm and
de-escalate.
de-escalate for like going after Kalis, being like, no, I understand you want to argue about that. Like, we're gonna agree on terms of etiquette before we do, sir.
But did it get you in trouble? I feel like you just kept command of the
Yeah.
situation that way.
I guess that's true.
Yeah.
So I have rabble rouser, collectivist, scolding, mark of privilege, cool-headed, and thick skin.
Scolding.
Yep.
Scolding.
You're gonna be dinging that every session.
It's a good
Basically.
trait. It's a really good trait.
He's a dick about the Tabusian thing. What's going on?
My intention there isn't really to make him a racist. Like, it's not like, God, these people.
No, but
it's,
I'm also an outsider. Like,
Yeah.
I get it. It's not that. It's just... Okay, that's me.
All right, who'd like to go next?
I
I think
can.
Matt said he wanted to go.
All right, go ahead, Matt.
Father Petronex can't find the truth. I'll make sure he leaves ignorant or not at all.
He's
Well-
not. He's not going.
That's-
He's not going anywhere.
How do you feel you accomplished that, Matt? You think you
That's Persona.
Yeah. The feast didn't happen, and then I'm sick of bloodshed. I will follow the path of virtue and put my dark past behind me where it belongs.
we're even a mold breaker that?
I was gonna
Maybe
say.
Maybe later when we come to that. Yes.
I don't know.
Always
man.
answer a threat or insult with a sucker punch. Never allow a child to come to harm, and when in doubt, pray.
The sucker
Rob,
punching with a
please.
candlestick count.
Yes, it absolutely does.
It got me in some trouble.
That's
Cruel, stoic, and well-intentioned.
Cruel.
cruel.
Cool.
Yeah.
You were not well intentioned. You killed a man with a candlestick.
I killed the man with a candlestick with the intention of keeping the town safe.
Before your Sky Daddy.
You.
Just right in his house.
He was
You were
with me.
intentioned to kill him well, and you did.
All right,
All right.
Aldwin.
I will inform the Metianans of the current situation and my support of Yezi as regent. I think they're pretty much.
Yeah, no, that like
I think
that's
they know.
that's Persona. You helped a ton.
I will protect Yezi at the meeting from harm or interference. Meeting was supposed to mean feast. That never happened, so we'll move on.
Fucking feast.
I will not allow, because I assumed that the meeting was going to take place at the feast, so I just put meeting.
Yep.
I didn't realize it was going to be two separate things. And I will not allow the wolves to continue ravaging people, so I'll kill them or drive them off.
Which we didn't get to any wolves.
No.
Any wolves.
If I feel threatened, I will draw my sword. If the situation gets out of hand, I will take control of it through intimidation. And always fight to the death.
I'll give you a fate. Well, no, you used the intimidate to help a lot. You
Yeah,
didn't really get in.
I don't feel like that situation was out of hand either.
No.
I think Yezi pretty much had it under control. I was just helping her.
Yeah. All right.
Traits: stoic, put upon, stubborn, sixth sense, and commanding aura.
I kind of put him upon in the situation.
I was gonna say put upon, like
Oh, yeah, Matt definitely put upon. I think we need to start giving that one to Yezi too.
something to consider. All right, that's
That's
everybody's bits.
Persona, the trait.
Traits of fate.
Is it a fate? Fate, okay.
Yeah. Humor. Nope.
No, this wasn't funny and it felt bad.
Oh, I'm doing my job right.
Lots of hurts.
Right skill, right time.
Well, if you'd had tracking, it would have been.
If I had tracking, it would have been amazing.
That is true. That was a goddamn fucking amazing roll. Everything else was pretty much,
Yeah.
you know, in y'all's wheelhouses.
Yeah.
Cool. Embodiment for really good or distinctive role playing. I'm
One of these days, I'm gonna
Matt.
check child rearing on one of the
one of the children.
one of these assholes. No, on one of the
One of the
Imperium.
dudes.
You squeezed something out. Okay.
All right. So
I vote for Matt.
I vote for Yezi.
I agree with both of those. Like it's hard not to get embodiment if you have a session with a duel of wits. unless you totally just
True.
are like,
Oh,
yeah, phoning it in.
Yeah, I think I agree with the Yezi thing too. But Matt definitely should get it as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, I was gonna say he
His
did.
Dark past finally comes out.
He did murder somebody and then freak out. That was
Yeah.
pretty fucking awesome.
The best part about it is I started it out as just a pretend freak out, and then I got myself in hot water, and I started freaking out, which made his freak out worse. And I was like, I made decisions that were bad player decisions. I was like, shit, I'm freaking out
I
here.
like how you're texting me in our other group chat.
I was like, what am I
"Help
going to do,
me.
Justin? Oh my god.
Stop
help me
making
out."
fun of me and help me." And I'm like, you didn't ask me anything before you murdered that dude.
Oh man.
All right.
Yeah.
So the next one is Mold Breaker. Does anybody think that somebody Mold Breakered this?
Yes. Yes. I vote for Moldbreaker on Matt. Enough of this dangling. He murdered a dude, a priest.
Yeah,
He murdered another priest.
in cold blood.
That is a breaking of mold.
Yeah, that's an Ob 5 steel test that does me zero good.
I feel so weird about it because I feel like I feel like you went against the mold you've been trying to fit yourself in.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like that was you who killed that priest.
Like, oh, Matt
It's
that did it?
No, it was Colin that did it. It was just wasn't the Colin that you've been trying to be.
Yeah, basically.
Like, you just finally fell off the fence you've been sitting on.
Yeah, he broke them. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
This is
Like, which makes it really hard because he didn't really change his character.
But it
He
does.
just-
Since he reformed himself as a priest, he has finally crossed that line. He's pretty much swore he would never cross again.
I think he'll fight to try to get back there again, but I definitely think that belief is he can't view himself as good right now unless there's some serious atonement that happens first. So
right. Yeah, because this wasn't like you could justify like killing somebody in self-defense or like
Breaking a geriatric man's fingers.
yeah, because you didn't kill him.
it was a kind of defense, just not a very good defense.
Yeah, you were an asshole. But this guy, like, yeah, you would have gotten in some trouble. He would have tried to kick you out of the church. Like, he probably would have gotten his buddies on there. But really, what would have happened? But no, you killed him. This is who you are now.
Well, and I had to go first, so I didn't see that Yezi basically had this whole situation under control.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah,
Oh.
which is like this is why Burning Wheel is good.
You say that.
Three
but it
heads,
makes me
three
I
heads
hurt right
doing
now.
three different things, and the other heads don't know what the other ones are doing.
Right? Okay.
Yeah, if you guys
But it
want
was
to
in
go for
self-defense,
Moldbreaker, I'm not going to fight it.
No, I've
Like, if all of you were kind of together on that. Because I know he's been going for it.
I
yeah.
just think, well, maybe it's not a mold breaker or whatnot, but he can't have that belief anymore, I don't think.
No, well, and that's what Mold Breaker is. It's like
Yeah.
it's when you go against a belief in a dramatic fashion. Like that is what that is. That has changed that character, and that means that belief is also got to change.
He could still, I mean, it doesn't change the fact that he's trying to change, be a good guy and all that, but he can't be like, I'm trying to put my past behind me when he literally
Yeah.
just murdered him.
Yeah. Yes, your past is very much not behind you.
It's in that ravine out in the woods.
That's right.
You need to embrace the past and make it part of your religion. You're the murdering father.
Murder father, murder priest.
Murder.
Bless
Oh
me,
god damn
murder
it!
father, for I sinned.
God damn it! We've achieved murder priest.
Dun, dun, dun.
All right, workhorse.
Yezi.
I actually, I was gonna nominate Aldwin.
Yeah, I was gonna say Aldwin.
because he's the helpy, like he's the helpinest motherfucker.
He is. That's for sure.
I live to serve. unless you're a bad person, then I live to, Oppose you.
Well, that'll get really awkward when
I
we
mean,
tell you what Colin's
I
done.
was gonna say.
I cannot wait to see how this is all going to boil down. Are you guys going to tell me?
Not explicitly.
Because I have no suspicions on Colin right now. I have no reason to think it was him.
Yeah, that's for the better.
Depending on what the witness tells me.
The witness. Yeah, I nominate Aldwin. Does anybody disagree with that?
Hey,
No?
yeah.
All right, persona for Aldwin. MVP.
That one should be Yezi then.
Yeah, for keeping Gostvik in her power and not giving it over.
Keeping the Imperium out.
All right.
Pretty much.
That is Arda. Let me take a look at Steel real
Oh,
quick.
yeah, Steel.
Steel.
That Steel probably went up.
No, because the test I got for killing somebody is a test I already have and don't need any more of. I need 1 or 2 tests, which you'll be getting by just seeing the blood.
Yeah, murder in cold blood is ob 5,
5.
which doesn't help you. I would say you get the ob 3. This says witnessing real bloodshed and gore, but
That doesn't do me anything.
let's see.
Can I just have a relative that dies so I can get a test?
Unless it's ob 5, I don't think I'm going to be dinging any Steel anytime soon.
What's your steal?
5.
I think you need ob 4 or 5.
Yeah,
4 or 5.
Steel is hard to adjust or hard to change.
That's fine. I have 2 more difficult and I'll ding up.
Yeah, I think that's it.
I just need to fight some more wolves.
Wolves. Okay. Well, that's going to do it. Thank you guys for playing once again.
Yay!
Yay, Burning Wheel! I do love Burning Wheel.
Now after Moldbreaker, there's kind of a pivotal shift that's going to happen with Colin, and I got to figure out what that is.
Yeah,
Where are you going to take him, man?
right?
One of the questions is, am I going to try to convert so many people anymore now that Yezi has helped me out? I want to do that to her people right now.
Yeah, that's like, you can murder your own, like, priest people, that's fine. You start trying to convert the Varda and we're going to have an issue.
Right?
Well, I mean, more than the passive way I'm already doing it, you know.
Yeah. Maybe you need to go stay in the bone shack and do some soul searching.
Do some soul searching in the Bone Shack. Wow, that's dirty. That sounds really, really dirty. Cool. Well, I think that's going to do it. Same bat time next week, I think.
Is that Christmas?
Oh, is that Christmas? I don't think
Monday's Christmas.
Monday's Christmas. It's Christmas
So
Eve.
yeah, it'd be Christmas Eve.
Christmas Eve, I'm doing, yeah.
Yeah, I'll be with family on Christmas Eve.
Oh, fine. I guess you guys don't have to play.
I do my Christmases on Christmas Eve. That's a tradition that we've always done. So. We could always schedule it for Christmas.
No, because we won't. Well, we won't be around. We'll be doing Christmas
Hey, you're not
stuff.
at school anymore, so I can do any day of the week after that.
That is true.
That's true.
I've got what 5 weeks or so of no school.
So if we wanted to do it that Tuesday or Wednesday or something, I'd be fine with that. Whatever works
I
for you
know
guys.
Dustin and I will be absent for the Sunday that is New Year's Eve
Yes.
So will we.
because we'll have friends coming over. So
Yep. So we'll reschedule those. We'll figure it out.
So maybe like a Wednesday or a Thursday, because we'll have
Yep.
Christmas. Should we end the broadcast before we keep having this discussion?
Yeah. I think we're gonna kill this. Thank everybody for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye, friends.
entertainers.